Afternoon. My name is Pablo Alicia Polo, and today I'm going to talk about the brutality against indigenous Algerians by the French Empire. Um, from the part, first of all, I'm gonna divide this into two parts: the French part and the Algerian part. I'm gonna start with the French part. In France, France want to get more military. That means that they wanted to get like more people from Algeria to join their military so they could colonize more countries, mainly in Africa. And they colonized Algeria in 1830. That was a long time ago. And French tried to expand their reign into Africa. That's why they colonized Algeria so they could have all a little part of Africa, but they wanted to expand their reign a lot more into Africa. They also want to expand their language and culture. That means that they wanted to make a lot of countries from Africa, and not only Africa, just another there some countries, a lot of countries. They wanted to make a lot of countries speak French, have French cultures like the festivities of French festivities, and mainly the French language. They also want to have power over the country as any country wants to. That's one of the reasons that any country colonized another country. The some no minerals, something that they wanted specifically from that place was earths, minerals, and mainly land. They also want to turn no fro- from Algerians. Now I'm gonna talk for the part of the earth. There were all around 825,000 Algerian deaths. There was a lot of brutality during the colonization. Before colonization, Islamic and Anaric culture was part of the Algerian culture. Mm, the Renus tribal lands were confiscated for settlements. There was also civilization. French established a discriminatory system of governance that marginalized the indigenous people and indigenous population. There were also displacement of indigenous people to less fertile areas. Um, what some consequence of that colonization was that French French got their culture into Algerian. That means their language, their festivities, food, all of that. There was also discrimination and segregation. That means that the Algerians were discriminated by French people. The discrimination was benefying the French people that were native French, no, and was affecting the native Algerians. There was a lot of violence and massacre during that time. Uh, and final, there will be the consequences from the short term. For long term, it will be almost the same uh, that the French language stays at that country nowadays. And there, the question of that is asking me here is, what is it necessary today to critically reflect on nations' colonial past? I think it's so important because we need to know more about the history, the motivation from the colonizer, and what do the colonized was passing through truth, and to know more about what is a country nowadays as it is nowadays. Because, for example, in Mexico, there have happened a lot of things like Spain colonized us and all that stuff, and that's why we speak Spanish and not now it's all another some Mexican language. And we speak Spanish, but not like Spain with our own Spanish. And that's why I think it is so important to know more about the history or reflect about colonial past, because to know more about why a country is as it is nowadays. Thank you.